It's been 6 months since I played Splitgate, and as some of you may know, recently I uninstalled Halo Infinite as well. Recently I've been seeing a few clips of Splitgate on Twitter and YouTube as well, and I thought, you know what, why not just hop on and see how it's doing now in early 2024. Hopefully later this year we get an announcement for the next Splitgate or, a 1047 game, as they did kind of drop a little bit of a tease that maybe soon we'll see something from them. When the GTA 6 trailer dropped, Splitgate tweeted saying, well, December 2023 seems like a bad time to announce our new game. Maybe they were planning to do that and they've just held off for a few months, and maybe at some event this year, such as a Sony or a Microsoft or their own event, they will reveal, or they'll just drop a YouTube video, just shadow drop a video out of nowhere. That would be cool too, as I'm now craving a new shooter game. Splitgate was actually a long time ago. It doesn't feel like it, but the first time I played Splitgate was 6 years ago. I played Splitgate Alpha in 2018. Like middle of 2018, so it's approaching 6 years. I think it was like June, July or something. So yeah, 6 years ago is when I first played it, and I'm now craving the next one. So hopefully we get something this year. The blow up of Splitgate was also 2 years ago. It was the middle of 2021 when Splitgate had, the thriving community of 60,000 people alone on Steam. That wasn't last year. That was 2021. Like, not 2023, not 2022, which is when a lot of people think it was. It was 2021. Like, in 5 months, it will be 3 years since Splitgate hit its peak player count. But that literally feels like a year ago. Time has absolutely flown. And I think shortly after they hit that peak, maybe around 2022, when players start to drop off into the low thousands, is when they reveal that they wouldn't be working on Splitgate anymore and they'd be starting on a new project. Now, 2 years isn't really enough time to make a video game. Usually 3 years is like your window, so I don't think we'll get the new Splitgate game in 2024. However, we might get a beta at the end of the year, and that will be enough. So yeah, hopefully trailer middle of the year, beta end of the year, release 2025. I think a lot of us will be fairly happy with that. As for Splitgate 1, the original that we're still with, it's still playable in 2024. It's kind of replicating how it was in early 2021. In early 2021, Splitgate had player counts of around between like 300 and 500 per day concurrent users, and that's where it is now. The 24-hour peak as I'm recording this video was 332, and the month peak was 482, and that's on Steam alone. The game is now obviously on consoles as well, so the full player count might be reaching between 1,000 and 2,000 per day, which is enough to find matches in 2 or 3 minutes of searching. The big difference is the amount of content to play. I did not expect to load up Splitgate and play brand new maps and game modes. The community, they don't call it Forge, they called it the map builder, but Splitgate's Forge mode essentially. People have been using it, mainly Sweeten, who I know, he helps test my video game. He made a ton of maps for Splitgate, and they did their own sort of Hunger Games style mode, where you don't spawn with any weapons, and you have to scavenge for them, and you have 1 life. It's like a mini battle royale in a way, which is something they never said they would add. The games go incredibly fast. It's 1 life everyone. Once you die, that's the end of the game. There's no rounds. So matches end in 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes even less, and you hop right back in and you keep playing, and it's these quick matches that you get lots of XP for. And I think that's a really good decision for a game that's ultimately kind of like not on its last legs, but is approaching. People want to complete the past that haven't already and get tons of XP really quickly, and this is a mode that allows you to do that, and it's fun as well. Then obviously you have the large amount of dev-made maps that weren't there back in 2021, and all the game modes. Years ago we were just playing like Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Free For All, Split Ball, Zombies, and maybe a hill mode or something. There was like 5 or 6 game modes, and then the ranked variants, whereas now There's tons of modes. There's like probably 30 different game modes in Splitgate or something in total. And yeah, the game is still fun. There's not a huge amount I can really say other than, you know, it's still fun, just not as many players, so you do get bots occasionally, which is kind of annoying. You know, there might be like, I think the player count is obviously a big factor in this. You might get like 50% bots in your lobby, 50% real players, so if you're playing a match where there's 10 players, maybe 4 or 5 of them will be bots, and by now everyone knows the bot name, so you kind of know, you know, when the bots are in there. You know, Rocket Harold, Jason Bourne, Tummy Time, Steve is Jobless, those guys, we all know them, they've been in the game for multiple years. So it's a weird feeling playing against them, because you like kind of know that you're gonna win. It destroys the fun a little bit, but there is a small community. You can get real players together through the Discord or other means. The people play custom games as well. I was very surprised to see full, like 2 full pages of custom games going on as well. And I couldn't help but think, well, if all these people in custom games played matchmaking, then surely we'd all find matches in like 1 minute or less. But maybe people just like playing fun custom games that they can create together. So yeah, if you're thinking about hopping into Splitgate again, I'd advise you do. It's not something I'm going to play every single day, but I'll keep it installed. Might play it once or twice a week just to hop in and see what's going on, as it does seem like they're still kind of dropping the occasional update. This month they tweeted saying there's some events happening, more custom maps coming, and they're doing giveaways for cosmetics and drops. And there's apparently new skins as well, which is weird because they said they wouldn't develop anything more for this game, but I guess maybe cosmetic additions doesn't count. So there's still stuff happening. So yeah, if you haven't played in a while, hop in, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the fact that there's actually still new content occasionally coming to the game. And like I said, hopefully we get something new this year in regards to the future of the Splitgate universe. Would be really cool, as I do need a new shooter. I'm sure many other people do as well. So yeah, thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in my next video. I might do another Splitgate video this year, who knows. Before the video ends, a quick plug. Obviously, I mentioned my video game with Sweeten testing it. My video game is called Cross Planet. It's a third-person shooter inspired by Splitgate, Halo, Quake Unreal Tournament, those kind of games, but in third person rather than an FPS. It's still in development, but we have about 12 maps, 11 weapons, and maybe like 17, 18 game modes, so quite a lot of content for a game that isn't released yet, and I'm sure we'll add much more by the time we do release. We will be testing the game in a couple of weeks, so if anyone wants to dive in and play it for the first time, or play it again, because we've done a few tests in the past, just hop in. You can play it on Steam, so go to Steam, type in Cross Planet, and you can wishlist and request access to playtest. That's it. Yeah. Alright, see ya.